We got a nice show coming.
Yeah, I don't hear that. I wonder why I don't hear that. Oh, maybe my thing isn't up.
No, it's no sound. It's us
Oh,
talk. It's us talking right now. Is what
yeah.
they hear.
Because usually I hear the beep, beep, beep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's under the profile that you be using, Don Ricci World.
I got you.
What up, Dom? I know y'all heard us talking live in the back, but hey, we brothers. We just waking up. We all the 100%. That's how it goes. Saturday morning is college basketball. We in the thick of this thing right now. I mean, the conference tournament is actually the really thick of the thing, but right now this leads up to it. There's a couple quad wins people need out there to make it. And also it's at the point of the season where some guys thinking, hey, I'm gonna be transferring out of here after this, and just a lot of cards on the
Got
board
money.
right now in college basketball. So I've been trying to play it safe, and I still been getting kicked in my teeth. So I've been trying to walk around bets and stuff, take money line spots. I'm losing big time money line bets. I went 1 in 5 in money line bets on the Deadly Thursday that always kills us.
Yeah, it seems that way. Always, there's always that day of the week for some odd reason that gets you every time.
I thought I was gonna avoid it by betting money line, and that didn't even help at not one bit. So it is what it is. I'm still. It's Saturday. Saturday's a little different. We will get some upsets today. I'm pretty sure. So but in so many spots. I'm just looking for the spots that I think really can get it home today. So I got a few picks. My man Dom got a few picks. You already know how we do. What up to the chat? We got anybody in there? No. Oh, I didn't retweet the show. Let me retweet the show real quick. I'll let Dom take over for a
How we doing?
second.
We're good. Everybody's good. I'm good. We had that. I went 3-2 last night, but Michigan, man, I kind of had a feeling everybody was on Michigan. You know what happens when everybody's on a team? Um, we They lost that game outright. Terrible game. They played terrible. That's why Michigan is just such a weird team. They did that in the beginning of the year. They started winning. Then they were in the middle of the year. They started losing. Then they went on this 6 game winning streak. But which is a reason right alone to look to go against them because they're on such a winning streak. But Michigan State just beat Purdue. They just beat who else was it? Illinois, I think, and now they beat Michigan. Three, top teams. I'll tell you,
Hey,
that's
I I
basketball
had
for
I
you,
had
man.
Michigan I had Michigan State last night. Shoot, I still got the briefings and everything. It was a juicy spot for me. I mean, Izzo had some hiccups against USC and UCLA back to back. By the time they got home, they straightened out a little bit, and this was a game. Michigan was sliding by in a lot of games, by a few
Yeah,
points in the second half, and it was time for that to fade away. And the defense of Michigan State caught up to him second half, and I didn't think I'm not totally impressed by Michigan on offense to say
no,
that
not at all. No,
that
not at
that
all.
they was gonna beat the big
Not at all.
teams, but they
Listen, I
slid
didn't take
through.
the point spread. I didn't touch. Like I said to you, I'm not taking the point spread. So I took the damn money line. It was minus 148, and because that's how leery I was on them. What
Yeah,
like again? What kept the only thing that kept me off Michigan State was they just beat Purdue and they just beat Illinois, and I'm like, are they going to do it 3 times in a row? That was the only thing that I thought Michigan will win at the end. But anyhow, be that as it may, that's college basketball for you.
yeah,
you
that's
know,
college
right there
basketball.
in a nutshell, man. Right there in a
Speaking
nutshell.
of college basketball, let's go ahead and jump into the first game,
How you
Dom.
doing, big Mister Don Play? How's our boy doing? Good to see you, brother. Vopatashi, that's my boy. He's always watches DJ. He's always commenting. He's we love him, man.
What
We
up,
gotta
Dow?
we gotta get you on one of our trips, brother. You gotta come in. I'm not sure where you hail from, but we gotta get you on one of our get-togethers. Okay, let's get going. First game I got is at noon, so you got a little bit of time still to get this game in. I took Drexel minus the 118. I would take this game even if it was minus two, maybe minus three. And the reason why I've been trying to give like little ranges lately, because sometimes we all bet different lines and at different times, and some people bet last night. I bet early in the morning. So I don't try. What Loshak taught us years ago is you got to try not to give out those stale lines. So that's why I've been trying to give out some ranges when I can. But anyhow, in this game, I had Drexel the other night on Thursday night. They were on the road. They were a dog and they beat Delaware outright. Now they're home against a good Charleston team, but Charleston has something about Charleston that just jumped out at me right away was that the way Charleston plays at home and on the road, they have one of the biggest discrepancies in their 3-point shooting splits. At home, they shoot 40% from the three. When they go on the road, it drops down almost 10%. 31% on the road, Charleston shoots the three. For them to drop down that much, that's like I said, it's one of the worst in the league. I don't know exactly if they are the worst, but they're one of the top 2 or 3. Another glaring difference I thought was Drexel is in the top 60 rebounding percentage, and Charleston is ranked number 223 in rebound percentage. So Drexel rebounds the ball. Drexel's home. Drexel also shoots pretty good from the three. I like them in this spot. I took the minus 118. I thought that was a reasonable money line spot there. There you go.
Drexel minus 118. Let me
minus
jump into some early big action right now. Today, I need a sweep, man. I need a sweep. I'm going after the big dog though, which sounds kind of crazy, but sometimes right now in the time of the season, you got to start betting the big dogs because when it comes down to the tournament, that's what when you go try to figure out your whole little bracket and all that, it's going to be how well you did at this point in the season to get to know these teams before they go into the conference finals, before they go into the dance. So I had to merge into some of the big ones, and I've been really good on the big ones. Sometimes better than the small ones right now because the angle that I use works better at the beginning of the season and other parts of the season. So I had to dive into these big dogs right here. So this one right here, Tennessee, Texas A&M. This is a big game today. I mean, both these dudes is big and strong. They both play great defense, but Tennessee overall does get have more balance and gets to the basket a lot more. And I came in this game really wanting to take Tennessee, but with the close spread, by all rules, I mean, if anything, I was supposed to take Tennessee first half because according to one of my edges with the first half thing, Tennessee coming in on the road right here. If they stay focused to playing basketball, then that first half they're gonna come out impressive, and you'll see a lot of dogs and stuff like that come out impressive on that side of the ball. But as I look further into it, Texas A&M has a great first half record. Like that's what they do best at home is win in the first half. So I stirred away from that. But my final determination of this one is taking the over. I mean, it's a Saturday game for one, which it's going to be all eyes on this game early in the morning. Yeah, both does have big defense, but they both are going to be banging in the paint. It's going to be fouls at a bucket in the paint. Plenty of time. They're going to shoot a lot of free throws in this game. Both teams already said they're coming out, and I still like Tennessee though too overall. But I like the over. I like the over better.
What's the number? What number
I
did
got
you get?
130.5.
Uh-huh.
I think that's pretty low for a Saturday. Tennessee puts up 70 points easy, and Texas
sometimes
A&M
Tennessee's a weird freaking team, but I agree with you, man. And I'm going to tell you something that if you might have caught or not, and it really bodes good for your over. Texas A&M leads the country when they're home on offensive rebounding percentage. They're securing almost 40% of their offensive rebound. They're getting almost 40% of the rebounds off their missed shots. That leads into points when that happens. So that's I'm just saying that's a very good point for it to go over. And Tennessee ranks 16th overall in rebounding. So these teams rebound. When they rebound, they get points. So I just think that Tennessee also ranks 3rd in points per possession allowed on defense. So I mean, like you said, they're a little good on defense, but Texas A&M at home, I like it over. I was going back and forth with this game. I seen Tennessee +2. I thought that was probably the right way to go with that, but I agree with you, man. That's a good look. I didn't really think of that. I like that look.
And that's another angle to that one is that this is a team, Texas A&M new to the SEC, so they haven't played each other like that. So I think Tennessee has really good offense and defense. something Texas A&M probably not was too used to back in their old conference. But moving up to this conference and seeing this team at this point, but Texas A&M, they do really well at home, and they can
Yeah,
do the same thing. So, um,
they've had some good wins.
it's my favorite one. My man Doc, he knows I do this one all his time. Is when positive and positive, negative, all that kind of stuff. Basically, two teams look like they're gonna be banging it out because they both play great defense, so you get the opposite effect, which is gonna be an over because both teams really kind of play the same style, putting defense in front, so they know how to beat that defense. And they both said from a couple articles, including in the captain, that even from the coach and everything, everybody plans to score points in the paint on this one. So scoring points in the paint is good. It's quick, it's fast,
Yep,
and you can get
keeps
the
the ball
foul with
moving,
it,
keeps the
and
thing
and it
going.
leads in the thing and over. I don't want to dwell on that one though. We got people
No,
in the chat. My man Don Player, Falapish, hanging out with us today. Man, go tell some more people can hang up. My man Don Player said, "Hope you boys had a great week." The week was good.
yeah, had a
We
good week.
posted some stuff this week. If you kept up with us, we had some good ones in there. On a bunch of stuff. Even our other little stuff that we have up there did well as well. But let's keep it moving, man. Next up, this UDOM Central Michigan versus Western Michigan. I
Yep.
passed on this game simply because I don't care for those interstate rivals all the time unless I'm on the dog. But let me know how you feel about it.
I'm on neither. I'm on neither the dog or the favorite. I took the under 148.5 minus 106. And there was just a couple quick little discrepancies in this game. First of all, both these teams are pretty even as far as conference. Central Michigan's number 10 in the conference. Western is number 8 in the conference. Western Michigan at home plays slow, man. One of those slow tempo teams. They take their time. They go, into the last 10, 12 seconds in the shot clock. They're ranked 314th in points per possession. They're one of the worst also at home shooting the three. They only shoot they only shoot the three at a rate of 24%. That's pretty bad. I think we could do better than that. Central Michigan overall ranks 316th in shooting, a dismal 31% from the three. So there you go. Both teams don't shoot the three. They're terrible at the three. I was looking at conference strength of schedules today, and to see if there's any discrepancy there. Not with these teams. Central's number 4, Western's number 6. So they played the same kind of competition pretty much. I think the 148.5 was kind of high. I got it minus 106. And I would take this maybe 145.5, 146.5. Usually when I see an under like that, if I like to take it, if I would take it 2 or 3 points lower also. When I think it's going to be right on the number, I just let it go. So there you go. Western Michigan under 148.5 minus 106.
That's
Game number
Western
2.
Mish under, what was that? Under what number?
148.5.
148.5. That's the good one. This next game, we both on this game.
Ooh.
This ain't pre-rehearsed or no big deal right here, but
Oh, of course not.
I don't know what Dom has up his sleeve, but I have Akron in the money line parlay. And this one right here, Akron. I really don't want to get involved with, like I just said, with favorites that are interstate, and this one's right down the street from each other. But Akron over the years has, in the East Coast way, they sun these guys, man. They sun these guys for a long time, man, and they continue to do that today. Akron's having a great season today, and they're gonna go in there and get the job done, man. So I got Akron, first leg of a money line par that I'm going to be mentioning today, and yeah, that's where I'm at with it. What you got on this one?
The opposite. I took Ohio plus 1.5 minus 106. This game for Ohio is huge. There's a couple reasons why this game kind of jumped out at me for this reason. Besides it, I love playing revenge games, especially when these interstate things. I love playing revenge games. Ohio's on a revenge game. Ohio's home court is going to be rocking today because this is one of the first times, maybe I know this year, but maybe in a long time, that this game for some reason is a nationally televised game. I thought that was a little bit shocking that it was. And I also thought that Akron being -1.5 is a little suspect. Akron is definitely a better team in a lot of categories. Why isn't this game 3.5, 4, 3 maybe? I don't know. I kind of felt like the books were trying to make you take Akron. I kind of went that, that's where I went. I think Ohio's defense is a little bit underrated. I think their issue and what's going to determine this game is can they hold Akron with their 3-point shooting, because Akron has a really good 3-point shooting team. Another reason why I liked Ohio is they force a lot of tough shots. They don't commit a lot of fouls. They are in the top 100 in 2-point and 3-point shooting. So they're a good shooting team. Like I said, they're good in the shot quality, which really means they pass the ball around a lot before they get a good shot. Some of these teams, one pass, two pass, and they shoot. Some of these teams is always 3 and 4 and 5 passes looking for the shot. They're good in that category. I like them in this game. I think they have a shot. I just think they have a shot to upset, and it would be an upset, even though the line is so small. I was looking at strength of schedule in the conference. Ohio has the number 3, and Akron had the number 12. So Ohio did play a little bit of better competition at times. We'll see what happens. Like you said, it's a close game. There's a reason why it's a close game, right? So it's
always. It's got to be. But here's a little additive I got on this one right here. I have my page open to exactly why. What was my edge in this one? Akron hasn't lost a game since
no, they're 13-0, 14-0 or something.
They haven't lost a game in 2025. Basically,
I know.
Right?
Yeah, they didn't lose a game in the conference either.
And this is not
a big streak, man.
and this is not only to teams that are ranked, let's say 335 or 306. They beat some 134s, they beat some 177s, they beat some 161, they beat a 199. Their last loss came to a team that was ranked 157. Now you look at Ohio on the other hand, because Ohio has some spotty wins, but it seems like every time they play a team within
they had a lot of problems with injuries, though.
Yeah, every time they play a team within 100, they lost to a 134. They beat a 292, but lost to a 145. They beat a 306, but lost to a 177. Then lost to a 199. Their best win was Kent State on the 24th of January, where they won by 2 at home, and that was a 134 team. So I think being that it is a rival game and Akron is sitting on the 13-game winning streak, I think they have more incentive to go into it and get away with the victory, But I usually don't like to get involved with these games at all. But I thought it was a good for a money line parlay. It was a good price and a good value in moving on over. But let's go to the next one, man. High Point, and Gardner Webb. This one just falls all the way into my I wanted to bet this one last night. That's what my note said right here. It said didn't even have the lineup for this game. It opened at 6.5. I liked High Point first half, full game, money line, everything in this one. They fit all my categories to the T. I'm talking about they're stronger on offense, stronger on defense, and just a way overall better team right here. And this one, I believe, is a pretty close. These two teams are close to each other as well. I said I wasn't gonna get involved, but here we going against the rules always, man. But this one I believe is pretty close to High Point and Gardner Webb. But High Point again, the better, not so much the better team in this one, but overall better team in this one going into this one right here. And I seen a little sneak peek. I'm gonna tell you what I really did. I seen a little sneak peek when I was watching TV that showed they've been partying it up real good in celebration of something this week over at High Point, and I just feel they're gonna carry that energy over into Gardner Webb, and Gardner Webb is just on their last legs. And they're gonna stump them out today. I think that's why they didn't put it up early, because it's probably gonna be a blowout victory. When it came up, I got it at -8.5, which is kind of high. But if I'll take it at 7.5, I'll take it at 8.5. I think High Point comes out of there winning by 10. I'm gonna jump to the next.
That game's
Huh?
at Gardner Webb, right?
Yes, at Gardner Webb.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. But next one on you, Dom. This is Iowa State and Houston. This is a big game today too, man.
That's another big game. Yep, I love these.
Got a
I
got
love these games. I love betting these games. Especially on the Saturday. Fuck it, you know. I just, I just love betting that game. Anyway, Iowa State, man. We all know about Iowa State and their defense. They're number 8. They're ranked number 8, I think, in the country, and Houston's number 5. As we know, those rankings. You know, you go on Ken Palm, it's one thing. You go on, you know, the AP one, the coaches one. You know, so rankings. I still haven't really figured out exactly how to, they're just too all over the place, the rankings. Anyway, this game I can't wait to watch. This one I'm definitely going to watch. It's a Big 12 matchup. We know that Houston's always in the mix at the end of the year, but I like this under. Iowa State is a great defense. Houston plays slow as hell, especially at home. I took the under 131.5. Now sometimes I don't even take it under once it dropped already a couple points. This one did open up at 133.5, but I had this game marked down to like 129.5. So I took a shot at 131.5. The juice was only minus 112. So if it was like minus 130 or something like that, I probably wouldn't have taken it. But 131.5 is where I went. Where was I with this game? Oh yes, I was on a rant about something that happened with this game last time they played. But anyhow, the Ohio State offense is something that we people don't talk about too much. They're ranked 11th in points per possession, and they worked 17th in turning overs per possession. So they could stop Houston scoring, which sometimes Houston will score a little bit of points or a lot of bit of points. They're sometimes a tough team to cap. But I like that that Iowa State turns the ball over. The Houston ranks in the country number 358 in possessions per game. That's how slow they are. There's only not less than 10 teams that are slower than them in the country. And the reason why I liked this under more than I was going to take Ohio State as the to win this game because of that, because they do rank 11th in points per possession, but they're out without 2 of their big scorers are out. Curtis Jones and Keyshawn Gilbert. That's a lot of their scoring, and they're both out. So to me, that helps with this strength with this under. Both teams are ranked close with their conference strength of schedule, ranked 15th and 16th. So they played the same kind of teams within the conference, and I love that. I like this under 131.5. That's where I went with it.
What up to my man Raven in the desert? Yeah, my man Dom, my man Dom in Iowa State. Yeah,
yeah. Iowa State. What did I say? Oh, what the hell?
You said Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Caw. Raven in the desert in the house, man.
How you doing,
Next
bro?
up, this is another game of mine. This is the second leg of my money line parlay right here. And I'm taking Utah Valley in this one. Now, this one, the number is a number I don't really care for, which is a 5.5, in this one right here. But Utah Valley suits the card perfectly. They average 73 points a game, which is 3 more than Seattle. Their defense are about the same, but they do out shoot them with 50% field goal percentage compared to 48, and then they're about the same on the offense and rebounds. So as I dug deeper into it and look at the head-to-head matchup between the two teams, because Utah Valley is at home, and Utah Valley has won the last 3 out of 4 and covered in all 4 of the games. So this will make 5 right here. If they cover or not, I believe they come away with the win. I think it's a better price than a big dog, or a big favorite, more of a medium favorite, even though I think this team should be a bigger favorite. So I think I'm getting good value right here, putting Utah Valley in the middle of this parlay right here, coming from our Akron head-to-head bet right here. But this is just my little parlay of the day, but I thought I'd discuss the game in the show for sure, though. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the Utah Valley. Let's go to the next
We could win
Back to
that.
you, Don.
Not for nothing. We could win that. If Akron just wins by 1 point, then we both win. I got plus
There
one
we
and a
go.
half.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I know. I'll take it too. Anyhow, I was just looking up to see where they had that game with that Akron. Yeah, man. That game, that total is at 162 and a half. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It seems kind of high. Anyway, my last game is Kentucky versus Alabama, 6 p.m. tonight. This is gonna be another one of those just crazy games. The big thing is that there's some injuries on Kentucky. They got their three guards are out. And usually a lot of times, like we talked about the other day with injuries, if it's one of their top players out, what are these big teams like Alabama, like Kentucky, Auburn, all the big teams, those benches, some of those guys on the bench will be starters in the Horizon League and the Mountain West and so on and so forth. So sometimes I don't really think the injury is such a big deal, but they got three shooting guards out. That to me is a big deal. And let's see. I took the under 179 and a half. It opened at 180 and a half. It got bet down right away last night to 179 and a half. It kind of stayed that way. I haven't looked since early this morning. I would take this game maybe even a point or two lower than that because it's tricky with Alabama. I mean, they'll score 90 or 100 points, but I think with Kentucky, having their guards out like that, we might have a good chance of catching this under. It's a lot of points. So Kentucky likes playing at home more than on the road. Anyhow, I was looking at the offensive efficiencies. It drops. It drops a lot when they're on the road and when they're home. When they're on the road, it drops like almost 17 points in their offensive. So that's per 100 possessions. So when a game and a half that they're playing on the road, they drop down like 17 points. That's a lot. And Alabama's defense at home plays a lot better also than they do on the road. They're 17th in the country defensive, and they only allowing the road teams to shoot. Okay, I said that wrong. They're only allowing road teams to shoot the 3-point at 27% rate, which is 17th in the country. So their defense stops the three. Kentucky's going to have to rely kind of on the three. And I think like I said, with this number at 179 and a half, I thought that was a good way to go with this game. I don't know what the point spread is. I don't even have it in front of me, but I would think Alabama is probably the right side, especially with Kentucky's injuries. But I don't know what the point spread was. I totally didn't even pay attention to it. But there you go, D. I took the under 179 and a half. Yep.
Under 179. Let me see. My next one is my last one as well. If I can get over here to it.
Here we go.
Next one right here for me. Texas and South Carolina. I like Texas a lot in this game. Fits a lot of my categories. One is a part of the conference realignment. Texas coming over to the SEC. Having never played South Carolina in this one. South Carolina been doing bad, and bad, but they do maintain a really good home record. So at home they're a lot better. But I think it's a big misconception right here. Everybody's playing on, like you just talked about, injury. Everybody's playing on the fact of what's his name, Kimura. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. But Kimura could be out for injury. He's still up in the air right here. If anybody in the chat knows if they've confirmed anything, let us know. But the availability of Kimura is a big concern. South Carolina having a home court advantage. A bunch of issues I don't care about. And this one right here, Texas need this win. South Carolina is 0-13 in conference play, and so maybe everything has just gone south in this game. Like I talked about earlier in the show, that this is one of those teams where some players, they starting to look at that transfer portal and stuff like that. Even at this point in the season, I don't see a lot for them. And they got two good guys. One's an NBA prospect. They do have a couple good players, but this Texas team, they're gonna come with something a lot different that they haven't seen in a while. And they play a really balanced offense and defense. And I like Texas first half in this game. I like Texas to win the full game. I took uh, one of those first half, second half bets plus 300 on this one, and I also have Texas as the last leg of that parlay that I mentioned early. So, and this game is later on. I'll probably jump on Texas some more. I think it's just a steal of a deal right here to take Texas in this game. Maybe this is
What's
a
the
number
point
30.
spread? Do you know what the point spread was?
The point spread is 2, I believe. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
2.5. Texas by two
Right,
and a
right.
half.
Uh-huh.
So I think you're buying really low on the Texas team that's really good. They got a balanced offense and defense. I'm not gonna let that one player go out and spoil the day. If they want to give me a better look at that one, then I'm gonna take that. My man,
Yeah, like
Raven.
I just talked about one player, right? Sometimes and Raven
Yeah,
likes the over 139. That Raven, that's in the Texas game you're talking about. You like
yeah,
the
yeah.
139? Yeah, that's
And
a
he
good look.
also
I didn't see that. Yeah, that's a good look.
I think he also likes the 2.5 as well. So
Uh
Texas
huh.
by 2.5,
Yeah.
Texas to win money line, Texas to win first half. Texas might be a blowout victory right here in this game. And if it is, I'm gonna replay this track and play it back and let y'all know. We said it right here first on We Got Next, me and my man Dom.
By the way,
Anything else?
yeah, quickly. By the way, that Alabama game is minus 11.5 to Kentucky. So they go. That's obviously because of those injuries. So quickly, I was gonna have our boy Ix Nizzle on today to talk about a little bit of golf. He's been hot put with his little golf picks, man, and he's really the only one I know that really is betting golf. That's really running with us. But and I know he ain't the only one betting golf, but for us. So he had a couple of picks. I told him, give it to us, and we'll put it out there. Mexican Open. It's the third round. I think he hit something in the first round. So it's Stefan Jaeger under 68.5 shots, minus 140. And he also had Aaron, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's R-A-I, I guess, Aaron Ra, under 68.5 shots, minus 125. It's a par 71. So it's a couple, shots on the par each one. He likes those two guys, Jaeger and Ra, under 68.5. So there you go. A first for us, right, DJ? Talking about golf. I also like a couple little games today. I'm gonna, I just want to quickly tell you. Did you look at that Clemson SMU game? I know you like SMU. That's another game we went against each other last week, and boy, oh boy, Notre Dame didn't even show up in that game. SMU just clocked them. I took a beating in that one. This Ohio Akron game kind of reminds me of that game. Where the anyhow, SMU was against Clemson today. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but the SMU look in that one was once again.
No, I understand.
A new team coming to a new conference, and Notre Dame wasn't ready for what they had to offer. In this Clemson,
I don't think
and
Notre
SMU
Dame was ready for anything that day. To be honest,
Clemson and this Clemson and SMU game. I kind of like Clemson better.
Yeah, me too.
This is a game where SMU is going to have to adjust
to a different caliber team
style
than
of
Notre
play.
Dame.
It's changing the game.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So I like that one as well.
I did take my Vanderbilt minus 117 like I do every Saturday. Vandy's been that team. Listen, Vandy's first half has been catching against the really good teams. They seem to cover or win, and then get blown out in the second half. Today they're playing Ole Miss. It's more of an equal team. So I took the full game. I'll probably put something on the first half anyhow. But there you go. That's what I got for you, man. Hope everybody catches some tickets today. Thanks for coming in, Raven. We appreciate it, my brother.
I'm putting my my plays up in the chat real quick.
Yeah, I see that. All right, man. I'm ready to get out of here.
Well, let's get on out of here.
I'll see what the card looks like tomorrow. Maybe I'll put something out in the morning. We'll see what happens. Let's get by today first. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for joining.
We out of here.